Well, my name's Sam Allen, and I work for Sam's Studios, which is my company. I am a commercial artist, and I've been doing it a long time. I began my career sort of in advertising. I went to college to do advertising. So I'm doing copywriting, and so I'm really sort of ideas based. But when I came out of college, just searching for work, you fall into things, and I fell into computer games. And so I was in the computer games industry for nigh on 10 years, working on animation and working as a concept artist, and working as a storyboard artist, and working as a mocap artist, motion capture. I directed, West Ham players. Then I wrote some game scripts. I worked on a Sylvester Stallone movie script called Driven, and I had to write the cutscenes in the game. And they sent me out to LA, and I had the dubious pleasure of having Stallone read my lines. Motion capture I did with West Ham players back in the day. This is gone back into the 90s, and this is with England players like Trevor Sinclair and Neil Ruddock and Shaka Hislop, and these guys came in with their mocap suits on, and I basically just told them what to do. So after that, when I left the games industry, I became an illustrator, full-time commercial artist, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I work freehand, digital, anything that will have me really. I've done all kinds of work. I mean, my website will reflect that. I've done from wall art, lots of, like I did a diner in Winchester called Buddy's Diner. I painted 3 floors of that place with 50s related graphics, but tried to keep it sort of interesting and not just all the obvious ones. It's like, instead of just going, hey, let's have Elvis and Marilyn, I tried to put things like, Arthur Miller from Marilyn's husband in there, and weird things that people would go, who's that? I'm working with these guys called Where's My Challenge, who are these pranksters, online pranksters. They've been running a YouTube channel, basically a home business, but they've got over 500,000 subscribers to their channel. I mean, if you went on YouTube now, you'd see them, and there are 4 of them. And they've basically employed me to sort of redesign their logo, which I've done, which is fairly recent. And I'm just designing a bunch of T-shirts for them at the moment. The other guy I'm working with he runs a hot rod shop in Andover. I'm painting a wall there. I've worked with them before, and he said, "Can you paint that wall?" So it's a similar kind of thing to the diner, but he wants me to do some eventing stuff. So literally with a sketch pad and caricaturing and things like that. So that's the latest work that I've just picked up. I'm hoping to meet other like-minded people. The reason I came along in the very first place was because I work alone. Now that's fine, I like working alone, but you miss working with people, and my skill set has limits in terms of my comfort zone is what it is, and you tend to work in that. And I'm looking to expand out of that, James, that kind of break from learn some new tricks, basically. And it's very hard to do that on your own when you're not quite sure. If I'm working on a piece of artwork for somebody, I'll tend to use those techniques that I know. I'm not necessarily looking for new ways at that moment. It often takes somebody else to say, we want this, can you do it with this? And you come up with a really nice piece of work, but it doesn't mean that you can limit yourself with so I want to work with other people, and I want to learn from other people, and I want to get involved in other projects. A complete collection of the James Bond movies. Swiss Army knife, because you got to survive. And a boat.